G'day, I'm Jess Skarratt and welcome to Surfing Australia TV. Well, we have no time to waste, so let's get cracking. Surfing Australia produced its third documentary on female surfing this year. Wildcard follows 4 juniors who were selected during the Australian Board Riders Battle, who are then given the chance of a lifetime to win one wildcard spot at the Hurley Australian Open of Surfing. Time to catch up with one of the stars of the show, Holly Days Coffee from Snapper Rock Surf Riders.
Holly Coffey is a junior surfer from the world-famous Snapper Rock Surf Riders Club on the Gold Coast. With surfing in the family DNA, it was clear what path she would head down.
There's 7 of us and we've just grown up at the beach, surfing and travelling like our whole lives.
We just wanted to go and spend time with our children and have as much fun as we possibly can with them, and it's been an absolute ball.
Holly gained her spot on Wildcard as she was a part of the successful Snapper team that won the recent Australian Board Riders Battle.
Holly's put a great deal of dedication into her surfing. It's been her main focus and she's foregone a lot of other things to succeed at it.
That success saw her spend a week at the Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre under the stewardship of Lane Beachley, Andy King and Dr. Jeremy Shepherd. By week's end, she had seen off 3 other female challengers and won the wildcard to the 6-star WQS event, the Hurley Australian Open of Surfing in Manly. Holly attributes her success to her upbringing, which allows her to concentrate on surfing as much as possible.
So this is your maths.
To be homeschooled has just been so amazing. Just put it into my schedule really easily. If I hadn't had that, I definitely wouldn't have had the lifestyle that I've got to lead.
Within her family, she has many influences that keep her well grounded.
Holly and I have a really good relationship. We spend every moment together, and I really like to have that kind of older sister relationship with her where she can come to me and tell me anything, and you know, I'll always be there for her. But then as for the whole surfing side of it, it can get super envious, but I think it's a good thing. It just pushes her and I to surf better and be better as people.
At the Hurley Australian Open of Surfing in Manly, she didn't rise above the challenge of the 3rd round. But there is no doubt the name Holly Coffey will be around for many years to come.
It's not anyone else's dream, it's her dream. If she wants that and she chases it as hard as she can and puts enough effort into it, she will probably succeed at it.
You have not seen the last of me, so watch out!
I want to be the best I can be, and there's no better high than pushing myself and my surfing. For me, surfing is everything. I can't imagine not having surfing with me for the rest of my life.
Don't let drugs destroy your future.
From every corner of this great surfing country, the waves, the stories, our legends and our future, the freshest Australian surfing is here. My Surf TV.
Whether it's surfing jaws, shift sands or chopu, it's all heavy duty. Heavy waves require heavy duty equipment that's built to last. Outside of the surf, my life is no different. And that's why I use Milwaukee Power Tools. Follow me on my surfing adventures while I take on my biggest challenge yet, building my own home.
Australia's leading surf coaches and administrators met on the Gold Coast recently for the 5th Green Room Conference hosted by Surfing Australia. The conference is the benchmark professional development gathering for the surfing community and attracted more than 100 participants. The theme this year was the 6 must-know surfing solutions for 2014, and presenters included big wave maniac Mark Matthews, who spoke about life beyond fear. Tell us, what's the aim of the Green Room Conference?
Oh, it's really a professional development conference for our coaches all around the country and our athletes to come and see the latest coaching technologies and advancements in our whole sports science program, and really at the end of the day we're trying to create better coaches and better athletes to achieve our goal as the #1 surfing nation in the world. The success of our sport in Australia is because of our strength of pathway from Vegemite Surf Groms right through to the High Performance Centre, and that program and that pathway is made possible by a network of coaches all around the country, and our state branches working on delivering events and programs, and a really important day as part of our national coaching program.
The Green Room's an opportunity for us to get together as a fraternity of surf coaches and strength conditioning coaches and sports scientists and team managers to discuss some of the critical aspects that are related to our long-term development of Australian surfing. If you're a team manager, you don't go to the beach and just run drills and then expect them to improve. You see the bigger picture. You have to see the bigger picture, and that's total athlete management.
What are you hoping people here today get out of your presentation and your message?
No matter what's happened to you, there's a way to overcome anything by just putting your mind into it, focusing, and just seeing the goal at the end of the journey, but most of all enjoying the journey, because that's the most important part.
Lena, can you tell us about what your presentation was all about?
Yeah, Ty and I, we presented on a few basic approaches for surfing athletes to avoid injury from aerials or landings in general. We're hoping that people will take with them the 5 principles we brought up, such as movement, strength, dynamic mobility, dynamic stability, and landing skill or force attenuation skill.
I've been to a number of national conferences, and I was just sitting there reflecting on that, going, this is probably the first conference that I've been to where the presentations have been so open, so genuine as well, and so there's a real human capacity, a real human quality about it. And to me, that's just really an artefact of the sport and the nature of surfing.
I think it's great to have such a range of speakers. We've had sports science, we've had inspirational, we've had the national coach for Surfing Australia come and talk to us about looking after athletes.
How important is having a day like this in terms of the growth for our sport?
It's really, really important. If you can imagine, you drop a stone in a pond and that ripple effect that happens. So these people will take it away, and the athletes that trust them, they can guide them in the future on what we're actually looking at. So it's sort of alignment. It's alignment with what we want at the top, and then it filters down all the way through to development.
There's so much raw honesty in the speakers, and I think that's something that is actually, to be frank, missing from a lot of other conferences, is that brutal honesty and that approachable nature of the people that are talking, and that's something I've enjoyed so much, hearing the stories of them. It's been great.
Mark Matthews, big wave rider, thrill seeker. You're presenting a chat today about life beyond fear. What's the aim of your presentation?
I guess the aim of my presentation would be to hopefully inspire at least one person in the audience to take a step outside of their comfort zone and realise their full potential. I think as humans we naturally shy away from fear, and we get trapped inside these comfort zones, and we don't really realise our full potential when we're trapped in there. So if I can in some way inspire at least one person, hopefully the whole audience, to push themselves a little bit harder, or maybe for them to be able to pass that knowledge on to their athletes, then I'll be stoked.
Calling all surfers. From August 1st to 18th, Coffs Harbour, New South Wales is playing host to the 2014 Australian Surf Festival. And for the first time ever, it includes the Wahoo Australian Bodyboard titles. With almost 500 competitors competing across 5 surf disciplines, this promises to be the greatest Australian surf festival yet. But that's not all. Check out australiansurffestival.com for further event details.
with succulent steak and smooth caramelized onion sauce. You'll find our new steak caramelized onion and cheese sub totally irresistible. Try not to fall in love with the new steak caramelized onion and cheese sub at Subway for a limited time.
Surfing Australia has joined forces with Milwaukee Tools Australia to present heavy-duty moments with Hippo. In the series, we'll be following Aussie big wave charger Ryan Hipwood as he travels the globe taking on the biggest waves the planet has to offer, reliving some of his jaw-dropping exploits, while at the same time getting on the tools and building his first home. Time now for episode 2.
Good afternoon, how can I help you?
Yeah, it's Ryan Hipwood here. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I was just ringing up. I was just wanting to check on how my DA is going for my block down at First Light.
It's still not approved. Looks like we're waiting for further info, whatever that may be.
There's been a couple of setbacks with the DAs and all the approvals. Basically, they said between 4 to 6 weeks, and I got knocked back on a few things. Through what the architect drew up, there was a bit of a miscommunication with, you know, the guidelines that he was going by. It definitely takes a lot longer than I expected to get it all approved, obviously, and there's a lot of things that have got to happen before the build can even start. Nothing on it yet, but hopefully we can get a start next month and get things going. I'll just run you guys through the plans and give you an idea of what we're up to here. This is obviously going to be the garage. We have a nice big double car garage with a door that will go out to my boards and stuff like that around the back. The front door should be around here somewhere. That's the beach, like pretty much right there, so I just have to walk about 100 yards and there's surf straight out the front. You know, we're going to have to utilise the Milwaukee Tools as much as we can there, and the pool will be here, the living area will be right here, and then there'll be a media room. So it's basically, it's really open, you know, open plan living areas, and that was what we're trying to incorporate in this build, so hopefully it looks like that. I spent pretty much the whole day trying to chase the council and builders up, and had a gutful. I'm gonna go surf.
Surfing is really rewarding, but without the right instruction, it can get a little frustrating.
The Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre will help you achieve your surfing goals. Expert coaching, video analysis, technique correction, aerial tuition, and strength and conditioning advice.
High performance surfing for all surfers.
Check surfingaustralia.com.
Almost 2 years ago, Surfing Australia, with the assistance of the federal government, officially opened the Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre at Casuarina in northern New South Wales, and it's the world's first facility dedicated to the development of elite surfers and coaches. The HPC has been at the forefront of surf science research in conjunction with Edith Cowan University. And under the guidance of Surfing Australia Sports Science Manager, Dr. Jeremy Shepherd, the HPC has assembled some of the brightest young minds in sport research from around the globe. Here's a peek into what they're working on.
I've been working for 20 years as a strength conditioning coach and sports scientist in Olympic sports. I have this opportunity to apply all these lessons that I've learned from Olympic sport that have had a rich history and a long culture of professionalism and high performance, and I'm able to apply them, hopefully the right things at the right time, moving surfing into that truly professional sports science and strength conditioning preparation. The primary purpose of the training centre is actually really simple. It's to develop future Australian world champions in the sport of surfing. This is a totally, unapologetically elite athlete program. We are here to produce world champions. And then in addition to that, the centre itself is available to people from the general public to come here and get tuition in surfing and in training as well, which is a side I don't directly work in, but is a critical aspect of the centre's feasibility. As the head of sports science and strength conditioning, I knew going into this situation that I would need to leverage the work of others. So essentially we have a partnership between Edith Cowan University and Surfing Australia where we recruit high quality graduate students, in our case PhD students, who then have a role within our high performance program, and as part of that role they also complete their PhD.
Most other people that do a PhD just at uni, they might have like a work role and their PhD role. Luckily here everyone's is integrated so that the work feeds into the PhD and vice versa. My PhD focuses on looking at muscle architecture, specifically how it relates to lower body strength and power. Just being able to get that hands-on experience while completing your study it's such a major benefit.
So I started my PhD here in 2012. My role here at the centre is to be the lead biomechanist. It's a lot of time collecting data, analysing data, writing manuscripts and just helping out.
My role is kind of more based in the pool. Sprint paddling, breath enhancement work. Part of my study, the guys will be rigged up with GPS units and heart rate monitors, and then we can find out exactly what's going on, what the speeds are, how far they're actually paddling.
My main role here is to lead strength and conditioning for the development surfers, working as young as 12 years old to prepare them for the World Qualifying Series. From there, we work with the World Qualifying Series athletes to prepare them for the World Tour, basically getting stronger, faster, and prevent injuries.
My role as national coach, a lot of it's, technique, filming on the beach, strategies. We've also got to try and keep these guys relevant, look ahead 3 to 5 years on what's happening and try and get these guys to keep reinventing themselves and to change. And that's the reason why I love the job so much, is because it changes daily, It's constantly moving and shifting. My whole vision for the centre is the fact that it's for elite surfers at the top that are going to be getting us world titles and they're going to be getting us titles.
I only live about 400 metres down the road, so I've got to be about a 2-minute walk either to work or for a surf in the morning, so lifestyle-wise it's absolutely perfect.
I love just being able to get out and surfing with some of the guys here. Obviously if surfing's a passion, then, or especially my passion, then obviously being in this environment is fantastic.
For the PhD program, I'm definitely trying to attract the type of PhD student who really wants a work environment. It's not really like a student environment. I need independent people who can get work done. Even when I'm away on the world tour, I want to come back and see that the centre is running well, they've been doing a good job, and that they've been progressing in their PhD. It is a fun environment, but it's a lot harder work than a typical PhD, because essentially the student has to complete their PhD in the same time period as a student at a university, but I give them a lot of work to do. The student has to be quite accountable, independent, and then still be a team player and work interdependently with the rest of this multidisciplinary team. I absolutely love every aspect of my job. I love coaching. The relationship I have with athletes is something that's so important to me, and I couldn't give it up. Supervising students and being a part of research, I'm a curious guy, so asking questions and being part of these brilliant minds that I have doing research here at the centre. If I was on my own and I didn't have this team of PhD scholars, we would probably accomplish 2 research projects per year. But instead, we're applying for grants, we're working on numerous projects, and it's giving us an evidence base on how to train athletes better.
Getting many? Not as many as you, Grumps. We always wanted to surf, but didn't know how. Then Mum found out about Vegemite Surf Grumps. You get an awesome Quicksilver pack. We learn all about the ocean and catching waves, and they have the best instructors. It's like, woohoo! Anyone can do it. Party wave? So give it a go. Just go to surfgrumps.com to join. See you at the back!
If you're looking for the freshest surfing footage from around the globe, then check out mysurf.tv, which is creating awesome new clips every single week straight to your mobile, tablet and computer screen. Take a look at what's on offer.
West Oz has been such a fun trip for me. Been super relaxing, just enjoying everything that West Oz has to offer with the magic scenery, the really nice weather and amazing waves.
Seems like the wind's always good, no matter like if it's a left or if it's a right, you know, you can always go somewhere and get some air winds, so yeah, and then if it's not that, it's offshore and barreling.
The box is straight across the channel from Margaret River, deep water all around. It's just almost like this little pinnacle reef that's out there where it all just comes together and just wedges up. It has this little patch of reef just off to the side that gives you this chip shot just backdoor, this real flat shelf that just squares right up. It's just an insane wave the way you got a backdoor and how deep you feel like you are when you're coming off the bottom, but then the lip flares so far.
First time I surfed the box, I thought it was super easy. I don't know, I guess the swell was a bit more south. Found it kind of difficult. It's a super intense drop, really short wave, but no matter what, you gotta try and make it because it really like pushes you through it. You can be so deep in it and still like come through, and yeah, Kersey is killing it out there.
I didn't think it was obviously going to happen until I was in it. I took off, just standard back door, came off the bottom, thought it was a perfect one, and then saw this little ledge kind of dropping out in front of me, and then I'm like, okay, I've got to air over this thing, so I got all tight, and then the shocky kind of hit me at the same time, and yeah, it just gave me that big weightless feeling inside the barrel. Almost felt like a mini ship sterns kind of style thing, and I kind of prepared for it to somehow, yeah, I got lucky not for the lip to take my head off too. I kind of got all tight and then got all extended and landed it and spat out all at the same time. It was rad.
can see plenty more amazing footage at mysurf.tv.
From every corner of this great surfing country, the waves, the stories, our legends and our future. The freshest Australian surfing is here. MySurf TV.
Surfing is really rewarding, but without the right instruction, it can get a little frustrating.
The Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre will help you achieve your surfing goals. Expert coaching, video analysis, technique correction, aerial tuition, and strength and conditioning advice.
High performance surfing for all surfers.
Check surfingaustralia.com.
My family, my surfing, my future, MySurf TV.
Well, that's all we have time for on today's show. Thanks so much for your company. For more information on anything that you have seen today, just jump onto our website. And don't forget, you can follow us on social media. I'm Jess Skarratt, and I'll see you next time for more Surfing Australia TV.